So let's take a breath together. I'm barely here. I'm wearing the wrong colors, so I'm holding on to my in, corporate entity, whereas I open up and I'm gone. It's very strange. Corporeal entity, that's what I'm holding on to. Okay, all right. So let's take a breath and just breathe together. Enjoy. It's laughing and crying. It's all part of it, I think. Let's take a breath. Breathe in. Hold it. Maybe a little bit more. Light yourself up. Because who else is going to do it unless you do? And let go. One more breath like that. The breath of roses, all those roses behind me. Breathe in gratitude through the heart. Breathe in. Hold it. And exhale. The power of our focus shapes our life. The power of our inner silence, the ability to hold inner silence, allows us to hear the higher and the greater, and all that has come before, and perhaps all that will come after this moment, after we're here, after. We hear the eternal voice when we're silent, when we're still. Because how else can we still hear the still small voice unless we listen in the silence? A lot of people are uncomfortable with silence. It is a blessing, silence. We can hear ourselves. We can hear others. Hear maybe the pain in someone else's heart that they're only expressing in a whisper. But it's there if we listen. And we're heard if they have the skill set to listen. No matter what is out there, we can choose peace. We can choose to listen. Where does this skill come from? For me, it comes from the joyous simplicity of my grandmother. My grandmothers are important to me. Mothers are important. That lineage of love, whether they're actual DNA or DNA of the heart, we are renewed by thinking of them. We are rebirthed by being around them. I have a poem, meditation by Charleston about his grandmother. And then we'll go into the meditation where we might just listen to the whispers of our grandmothers. Here, this poem is called Time to Come In. When I was very small, I lived on a farm. I had a playground of fields and flowers that seemed endless. Rows of corn over my head, a cave of a barn, dark and cool. The tire swing beneath the ancient elm. I had no fear. I had no fear. I went where I wanted. I went where I liked. The prince of a poor family, living in the riches of the earth. The only voice that would call me back was my grandmother on the porch, her long skirt billowing in the breeze, calling me to come in, for bad weather was coming, and it was time to be inside. I never questioned how she knew a storm was near, for she always knew. I ran to be beside her, to the shelter of our farmhouse home. Now, all these years later, I sit on the porch, her hand to her eyes, watching the clouds. I see her, feeling the air, then calling out to the world around her. Time to come in, time to shelter, time to watch how the wind is blowing. Let's just sit in that peaceful, intergenerational story of peace and harmony and maybe renewal. Let's just take a breath. Breathe in and let go. Everything in the way of just seeing the peacefulness of that story. Maybe it's your porch. Maybe it's your grandmother. Maybe it's your neighborhood, not the farm. Breathe in the peace of grandmothers and exhale. Claiming the peace and the whispers of grandmothers in this very modern moment, but we claim the moment as ours with peace and wisdom and focus. Breathing in and letting go. Maybe another peaceful, harmonious, generational image came to you in thinking about the farmhouse porch. Claim that anew in this moment. And be gratitude. Wherever you are, allow the beauty of this steel drum to accompany you to a place of beauty, peace. Walk in beauty. The whispers of grandmothers and great-grandmothers speak to us of the lineage of love, no matter what is in front of us in a world as it is. Making it up as we go along, doing the best that we can. That is all that is required of us as spiritual beings having a human experience. Choosing in this moment to listen to the peace underneath it all. Let's listen for that peace now in the silence. Together, connected across the ethers. walking in the beauty of spirit together. We remember this place, the porch on the edge of worlds, the porch where we meet our grandmothers, grandfathers, we meet the lineage of love and the world as it is. We stand steady, sheltered, knowing deeper wisdoms than what we can see with our eyes, because we are on the porch. Thank you so much for joining me today, taking shelter with me from the storm.